2-inch scroll saw from Jet. It's got a deep throat, large heavy cast iron table, and check this out. The blade, not the bed, tilts in both directions. A full 45 degrees. It's also got variable speed, an air nozzle, and a quick change blade holder. I'm really excited to have gotten this from Jet. Less excited to be returning this one to Jet. Let me tell you what's going on. But first let me tell you what it's replacing. An old Dremel scroll saw had served me well for years. But at this point, I think its best days are behind it. Kind of like mine. Anyway, this one has most of the same features as the Jet. It's got the air nozzle. It is adjustable speed. This one does have a light. The Jet does not. The biggest difference is in the table. Here, the table rotates 45 degrees in each direction, not the scroll saw. That makes it a little bit hard to hold a workpiece when you're doing an extreme angle. But what I do like about this is it has adjustable hard stops at 15, 30, and 45. The Jet does not. Let me just show you something here by way of comparison. Oh, it's loud. And there's no vibration in this table. So if I turn it up, inherently, these type of scroll saws have a disadvantage over the new Jet design. Let me show you that. What's actually moving is a long arm, both at the top and the bottom. That arm and all of the mass behind it has to move up and down, changing direction. Any slight imbalance along that arm is going to lead to not just vibration, but vibration that's amplified over the length. Now, by way of comparison, there's a very large steel arm here that doesn't move. What's actually moving up and down are these two pieces of metal that pivot at this point. Let me show you that. This is what's moving up and down. Now granted, there is a linkage between this and the motor, but because it's only a linkage, it has much less mass, and so inherently less vibration. Now, speaking of less vibration, that's why this one is going back. Right out of the box. Everything was set up, turned it on, it literally walked across the surface. So I thought, well, you know, let me bolt it to the stand, make some adjustments to make sure the arms are parallel. There's also an adjustment for the motor itself. Let's see what it can really do. In the end, several calls to tech support later, the recommendation was send this one back for service. Now, you're not seeing double. I actually have two of these scroll saws right now. You saw the first one, which I said was going back. Tech support recommended I ship it straight back to Amazon. Amazon being Amazon, they sent me the second one before I could even return the first. Here it is in the box. No assembly required, except you do have to put on the 4 rubber feet. Oh. About 80 pounds if you're wondering. Alright, I got the feet level. I don't know if you can hear that chime, but the blade is tensioned. Let's see what it does. Usually, I expect my tools to walk around less. So we're 2 for 2, Jet. Now, the question is, should I keep this or not? Right now, I don't know. I'm going to see if any adjustments make this wander a little bit less. But I am a bit disappointed at this stage. It's hard to imagine it's just an anomaly that 2 separate scroll saws will literally move across the table. Now, I suppose I could bolt it in and really lock it down, but that is just not, in my opinion, the way a benchtop tool should work. It should at least stay on a bench if it's turned up all the way. This one does not. So I'm just going to run these side by side for a comparison. Let's see what we get. That was very telling to me, but the camera probably didn't capture that at all. The new one I got vibrates a lot less out of the box than this one does even after I adjusted it. That's good news. That makes me feel like with a couple more adjustments, I'll be able to dial the new one in. Now I tried many times to capture just how badly the old one was vibrating. But I think what was happening was the frame rate of the camera was synchronizing with the vibration. You see, as the arm would vibrate up and down, it would only snap a picture with the frame rate here, and here, and here. So the camera was only picking up these small movements. But in actuality, the arm was swinging much more than that. So I'm going to try this. It's one of those topsy-turvy lights that just sort of finds its own balance. Let's see what happens. Let's compare that. Look at that. It's barely even moving. See this extension over here? Barely moving. And this is on high. Comparatively, in fact, this one is shaking this one. This isn't even on right now. And look at how bad this unit is shaking the one next to it. Okay, I'm feeling a lot more positive about this. Sometimes things just don't arrive right the first time. Looks like the second unit is a lot better than the first. I'm going to set this one up proper, try to do a real review on it. Let's see what we got. First, a word about the stand. Now, Jet does sell this as an optional accessory, and I went for it. Now, it's fairly thicker gauge than it could have been, but ultimately this type of stand is lightweight, and I prefer stands that have a little bit more mass behind them, especially with a tool that vibrates. One look at the box told me this was going to be a pretty lightweight stand. It was about the thickness of a 2x4 and, well, about that long. Very minimal, very lightweight, and it went together very slowly. I can follow instructions, but when they show parts as having holes in them when they don't, and parts that do have holes in them as not having holes, well, that'll throw anybody, and the instructions were a little bit unclear to say the least. Anyway, I got it together, I got it level, I got it square. Most importantly, the rubber feet that is for the scroll saw itself are intended to go at the base of this stand and leveled. This currently is. I'm going to throw the new saw on top of it. It also has these rubber washers that have to go in between the scroll saw and the stand. So the moment of truth. I've made a couple of adjustments, which I'll tell you more about later. But I'm going to turn this up to max and see how the vibration is. I have this standing straight up, so hopefully it'll be able to tell on the camera. Look at that. That is completely on high, and this is barely moving. That's fantastic.